Friends, welcome to 52nd episode of Techie Tuesdays. Yes, it has been 1 year since I'm answering your tech and career related queries every Tuesdays on Techie Tuesdays. By the way, I'm your host SRV Kumar. I hope you like my answers, and if you like my answers then please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends, family and colleagues. As usual, now let's get started with today's questions. Today's first question is asked by Devesh Negi. He's asking, currently I am working with a non-technical profile and want to switch as a Python developer. Is it necessary to do certification to join as a developer? Devesh, certification from any reputed institute or any training site is basically a validation for companies that you have learned that particular technology in a structured manner. And also they can verify that certification from the certification issuing authority. So it's kind of a validation or a proof that you have learned the thing which you are mentioning in your resume, be it Python, be it .NET. So any kind of technology you are mentioning that, okay, I know about this technology, and if you have a certification in that particular technology, that means that you have learned that technology in a structured manner from a valid source. So if you are a non-technical person and want to move to a technical job or a developer job, a certification will of course increase the chances of you getting shortlisted for the interviews. However, clearing the interview again depend on your technical acumen or how well you know about that particular technology. So in my opinion, yes, certification is necessary, especially if you are coming from a non-technical background. If you don't want to go for certification, then probably you have to somehow showcase your technical acumen in the form of either a product or a open source application, which you can showcase in your resume, as well as in interview you can give presentation about that thing, that okay, I have created a particular product and I know about this particular technology in these many way. So basically, if you are not doing certification, even though if you have done certification and you have created a product, or if you have contributed to open source project and active in the community, see my website, see my video regarding creating your personal brand. So if you have created your personal brand while learning or while doing the certification, then of course the chances of getting your job will increase. But if you are talking about just getting shortlisted for the interview and you have not created your brand, you don't have any kind of these kind of things, that a GitHub profile with proper sample applications and all, then in that scenario a certification will of course help you out in getting shortlisted for interviews. Next question is from Hardeep Singh. He's asking, is freelancing on Upwork or a freelancer website a dead end for developers? Hardeep, no, in my opinion, it's not a dead end for a developer to work on freelancer or Upwork or any freelancing website. In fact, it's a way to add a supplementary income. So freelancing is not a dead end, rather than it's a way to get financial independence and schedule independence, especially if you are in the beginning of your career, or if you are a college student and you have time currently, since most of the college students are doing their education from home. So in current situation or in current time, it's a good time to test your waters or test your hands in freelancing. Or when you don't have full-time job, of course you can opt for freelancing and you can opt for doing multiple things. You can get multiple clients. If you are working as a freelancer, you can choose your own timelines, you can work with different clients. So there is a lot of independence and scope, of course, in freelancing. But again, it comes with its risks also, that you are not getting a fixed salary every month. You are not getting medical benefits which are given by most of the companies. You are not getting the other perks which are given by the companies. But freelancing give you independence also. So it's basically, it depends on what is your choice and what kind of lifestyle you prefer, how much risk taking you can afford. So based on that you can choose freelancing. But as I said, that freelancing is not a dead end for any developer career. This question is from Manas Kumar. He's asking, can I become web developer after MBA? Manas, if you are talking as a fresher, then I don't think you will be eligible for a web developer job as a fresher after MBA. I don't even think that your even resume will be shortlisted. And if you see in campus interviews, even in college campuses also, MBAs are not allowed, or like MBA are not hired for basically web developer role. They are hired as management trainees. So you will be more suitable, or you will be hired for a management related role, maybe business developer, or maybe you can say project manager, or maybe like those kind of things, domain experts in whichever domain you have done MBA. So for those kind of roles, MBA is more suited. You know, the definition of full form of MBA is Masters in Business Administration. So MBA is basically a business related degree. It's not a technical degree. So to answer your question, as a fresher, you won't be able to become a web developer after doing MBA. Next question is by Sahil Kushwaha. He's asking, what should be the software development approach in startups? Sahil, in my opinion, the best software development approach in startups is Agile Scrum. So in Agile Scrum software development approach, you basically do the development in 2 or 4 weeks sprints, where in each sprint you deliver one particular functionality or one particular feature. And you also follow the whole SDLC process in the complete sprint. So in sprint you have like the whole team, where you have developer, tester, and even customer is also involved. And initial, I think 2 days are for the requirement, you can say creating the product backlog, that okay, these features will be published in this particular sprint. And then rest 2 weeks, or I think 1 week or 10 days, the product is developed, or the thing whatever is done is developed, and then in next 1 or 2 days it is tested, and then finally it is released. So in my opinion, the Agile Scrum is the best software development approach for developing products. And I don't think that you can develop the complete product in one sprint. It would be, I think, a combination of around 5 to 10 sprints, depending upon the requirement, that what is the requirement of your MVP. But I think Agile Scrum would be best suited for doing any kind of startup or any kind of product development, because that way what will happen, that you will have early deliveries, and you can do come with feedbacks, you can go with customer feedbacks and everything in the like Agile Scrum. So Agile Scrum is very much popular software development approach in many companies, and I think that is best suited for startup development. Next question is from Prakash Kumar. He's asking, how happy are web developers compared with other jobs? Is web development worth it for them? Prakash, if you are a nerd, then you will love to be a web developer. So many people who resent the web developer job, or who think that they don't like web development, are mainly those people who don't like development, or those who don't like coding at all. So there is like, if you love your job or if you love coding, then web developer job is most suitable for you. And the challenge is like, many people are not happy because they go into web development only for money. Of course, web development pays you well, but again, you need to understand that you won't be able to survive for long if you are there only for money. If you don't love your job, if you don't love coding, then I don't think web development is for you. So to answer your question, only those web developers are happy who are into web development for their love of coding, not to earn more and more money. And those who are basically in love of a particular development framework or development language, but not running behind money like a normal, you can say, greedy person. As I said, there is, of course, there is more money in web development, but so as it in other fields also. Nowadays, since software is like kind of eating everything, so yes, there are more and more jobs related to web development and other development, but again, it's not necessary to be just a web developer to be a happy person. You can become happy in other things also, but as I said, that only those developers or those web developers who are happy with coding are happy in their job. If I talk about myself, I am pretty much happy with my web development job, and I think that yes, web development is worth it. You are saying that is web development worth it? I don't know, like you for what or for what thing, or along according to you, what is the worth of something? So web development to me is kind of a skill, it's kind of a knowledge, and I am earning well from that knowledge. I love to solve problems, I love to create application website, I love to provide solutions for different kind of business scenarios. So I think I pretty much love my work. So if you love your job, then of course, be it web development or be it any job, you will be happy with that job. But if you don't love your job, then I don't think you will be happy, even if you are doing anything which is so simple to do. Next question is from Samir. He's asking, what is a full stack developer in C#.NET? Samir, the responsibilities of a full stack developer are not dependent on any particular technology. The responsibilities of full stack developer are same throughout the technology. So a full stack developer should know about developing or creating front end using a framework in that particular technology, and he should also know how to write backend code, or you can say web services, web API, or database access code in the same technology. So if you say that you are a full stack Java developer, JavaScript developer, or Java developer, then you should know how to write front-end code in using JavaScript or Java, and how to write backend code using JavaScript or Java. So basically, full stack is your front-end combination of front-end, backend, and of course data access, because you can't you can't create an application without a data. So you need a database access also. So you should know how to access the database, how to write code for the database, maybe SQL queries and all, and how to create a UI in a particular technology. Now, when we talk about a C#.NET full stack developer, currently in market, frankly speaking, there is no full stack developer right now in C# and .NET technology, because most of the companies which are working with C# and .NET, they are primarily using C# and .NET for backend technologies like writing web services, web API, data access code, databases, and other things. And they are using JavaScript frameworks for doing creating UI or front-end UI. So when we talk about full stack web developer in C# and .NET, so most of the companies considered a person who know how to write backend APIs in ASP.NET Core or ASP.NET Web API or WCF, and who know how to write Angular UI code. They consider them as a full stack developer also. But technically speaking, a full stack developer in a particular technology is a person who knows how to write all these code in using a particular technology. So if I say, in my opinion, a full stack .NET developer is someone who knows about ASP.NET MVC or Blazor to create front end, and ASP.NET Web API and database accesses to write backend code. So that person is basically a true full stack web developer. When we talk about full stack mobile developer, then again your Xamarin developer is a full stack mobile developer. When we talk about full stack desktop developer, then a person who knows about Windows, WCF or WPF along with writing web APIs and database access code, that person is again considered a full stack desktop developer. So as I said, that the definition of a full stack developer varies, like the technologies which a full stack developer should know varies based on technology to technology. Some people say that MERN stack full stack developer, mean stack full stack developer. So technology stack varies, but the responsibilities of a full stack developer is that he should be able to write UI code as well as backend code as well as database management code. So these were my answers to your tech and career related queries in this episode of Techie Tuesdays. If you want your questions to be answered in next episode of Techie Tuesdays, you can DM your questions with hashtag Techie Tuesdays on any social media platform. All my social media handles are Techie Rathor. I hope you like my answers, and if you like my answers, then please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends, family and colleagues. So until my next video, take care. Bye-bye.